welcome to Pod Save the Queen. I'm your host, Zoe Forsey, and I'm joined, as always, by our royal editor, Russell Myers. Now, we are actually hiding away in the studio today while all of politics in the UK basically breaks outside in the rest of the newsroom. So it's quite nice to have a bit of an escape. It's been quite a crazy 24 hours in politics. So exciting to talk about some royals. How are you, Russell?
I'm all right. I am enjoying watching others sort of go crazy busy. And one of my colleagues actually made a joke today. He said we should all be texting our colleagues in the lobby, which is what they call the guys and gals who work in Westminster, and just text them, "Are you busy?
Yeah.
Busy today?" So, I haven't done, because I thought that would be rather cruel. But obviously, if you are following, even a cursory glance of British politics, it seems that the world is ending for the Tory party. So we wait with bated breath to see how long Boris Johnson's still in the job. However, the royal wheels keep on turning, and we've had some rather nice engagements this week.
It's been, you know what, it's been a really lovely week, actually. It's been it feels very summery, because obviously we've had Wimbledon, we had those new photos of Camilla, the Queen's in Sandringham, they've been in Wales. It's been lovely. But let's kick off with Wimbledon. Now, before we start talking about this, because Prince William and Kate were there yesterday, which is Tuesday for us recording now. But I was surprised we didn't see them earlier, because Kate normally goes in the first couple of days, doesn't she? But we're, on the... Gosh, what?
We are the business ends, definitely. This is it's the final week, isn't it? We're already into semi-finals for the men, and the women will be playing the quarterfinals today. It's raced through as well. I didn't even know it was happening until it was like a couple of days in.
Yeah.
And now suddenly I've turned on the news yesterday, and we were already at quarterfinal into semi-final stage. But as you said, Kate and William were there yesterday. They had sort of hot-footed it over from the centre court over to court 1 to watch Cameron Norrie, who is our new British sensation, even though he was born in South Africa. We seem to steal everyone.
His parents, his mum's Welsh and his dad's English.
Dad's Scottish, yeah. And then they lived in South Africa. Then they moved to New Zealand. Then he came back over to the UK when he was 16. I looked all this up yesterday because I'd never heard of him.
No, neither had I. Yeah. Did he play American college tennis as well?
He did. He went to Texas. I think it's Texas University. It's TCU or something like that. One of our American cousins will be able to correct me. But yeah, he was at a university in... I think it's TCU, Texas Christian University, and he was there for a few years. And obviously now he's back here playing on the tour. This is his best result ever that he's had. So yeah, I'm going to get behind him.
Yeah, sounds good.
He's only got to beat Novak Djokovic, who's going for probably breaking some more records. But he's got a lot to do. But it was a thrilling 5-setter. You saw Kate and William sort of biting their nails, cheering for him yesterday. I love all these pictures. But it's been a wild 24 hours, as we said at the top of the show, in British politics. So sort of things that would have got you could imagine sort of a big double-page spreads, loads of banners on websites of Kate and William at the tennis. And unfortunately, it probably didn't get as much play, excuse the pun, as it would have normally done because of everything that's been going on. But it was a good to see them at Wimbledon. And of course, Kate, I imagine we'll be seeing her a couple of more times before the week is out.
Well, definitely. And we did actually get them on the banner. They timed it well. I was very happy. We got a bit of royal on the Mirror website before all of politics broke. So I was very chuffed about that. But it was that first moment when they arrived, which was lovely because they were sitting in front of David Walliams, who's a very famous British presenter, comedian, author,
yeah,
bit of everything. And yet they were having a nice little introduction to them, weren't they? And David's mum had it look very excited to meet a royal, which was really cute. There was also really nice, they were sitting, Carol and Michael Middleton were sitting a few seats up. There was a lovely moment where we saw Kate blow her mum and dad a kiss, which was really cute. We obviously know the whole family are massive tennis fans, so no surprise we saw them there. And did you spot a moment that I didn't see actually, but lots of people on Twitter did? Will's got caught getting, they always get very into it. He was caught getting very into it, and some people think they saw him go, oh, no, not, and then
then drop the F-bomb.
An F-bomb, which, I wish I had like a bleep thing. I've never, like when people swear on TV shows and they get to do to be beeped out.
I'm not too sure.
Do you not think it was that?
I don't know. I tried to watch it a couple of times. I
did the same.
People being a bit cheeky, but it was quite funny.
It was very funny.
It was quite funny.
Now, Kate looked gorgeous. She was re-wearing her Alessandra Rich blue polka dot dress, which, if you remember, is the one she wore for that surprise visit to a street party in Kensington on the last day of the Jubilee, which was lovely to see her in that. And obviously, we know she loves a re-wear, but to see her wear the same outfit so close together is quite unusual for her, because that's what within the same month, within a month was great. So she's obviously a big fan of it.
It's just so ludicrous, isn't it? Wearing the same outfit.
No, that is. You know what? I know we always say it, and everyone gets a lot of stick for saying, like, oh, isn't she good for recycling a dress? But to wear a dress straight in a month, you speak to our Sarah Bradbury, I bet she wouldn't wear the same dress if it was going to go on Instagram within a month. that is a thing that girls have, so I will stand by that. She teamed it, so this is, if anyone's not familiar with it, we will put some pictures on Instagram, but this is the kind of 3/4 length sleeves, the high neck, the waist belt. It's kind of a light blue polka dot, midi length hemline. It's really nice. She teamed it with a small white leather handbag, which was Mulberry, and her shoes are from the same designer as the dress, these slingback heels, and she's actually worn these quite a lot lately, so potentially a new favourite. Really kind of a different shoe for her, but she looked lovely in them. I'm a big fan. What do you think of the dress, Russell? The big question.
Well, I'm a big fan. I love the summer vibes. What's not to like?
There we go. See, Sarah would be proud. But yeah, it was really good to see them back at Wimbledon. I love seeing Kate there, because I think it's one of those times we get to see her just absolutely loving life, and I think enjoying being a royal. That's the best seats in the house for it, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not a bad gig, isn't it? Especially as it classes work as well, which I always find hilarious.
Yeah, which is always good. And yeah, nice seeing her with her mum and dad as well, which I think is really cute. I wonder if we'll see Pippa later on in the competition, because she normally takes her along as well, doesn't she?
And she just had a baby. She's just had another baby, isn't she? Or she's pregnant again.
I suppose, anyway. Yeah. Watching it from the sofa. Watching it from home then, maybe. Now, speaking of Kate, she's also she's been out taking photos as well, hasn't she? The new photo of Camilla, which is the front of a special edition of Country Life magazine.
Yes, well, it's the 125th anniversary of Country Life magazine. I know you're an avid reader and a rambler at heart, I know.
I know, the two houseplants I've got in my teeny tiny London gardenless flat is the kind of the closest I get to the countryside at the moment.
And it's Camilla's 75th birthday in just a few days, so it's been a sort of joint celebration for the magazine. But what I found really, really nice about this is that Duchess of Cambridge, who we know is sort of a very accomplished amateur snapper and takes all the kids' photos for sort of the birthdays and Father's Day and sort of lots of commemorations over the last few years, she got behind the camera and has had her work published on the front page of Country Life and on the inside, and it was some really nice photographs of Camilla. And Camilla sort of becoming the third royal to feature on the front cover and guest edit Country Life. Her husband, Prince of Wales, has done it a couple of times before. Princess Anne has also done it, so she's following in good stead. And lots of talk about her love of the countryside, how she likes to relax. She's an avid reader, so it's a decent read, and it is out today, I believe.
Oh, is it? Oh, lovely! How exciting! I've not managed to pick up a copy yet, but this obviously commission that Kate did, taking the official photos from it, I've actually got a quote here from the magazine's managing editor, Paula Lester, who said, "We couldn't be happier with the results. In fact, the set of images Kate took was so good that we struggled to choose only 3, from which the Duchess made her final selection." So it sounds like she did well. She also said that Kate took her commission very seriously and was incredibly professional about the task at hand. She phoned me to discuss our requirements for the cover and composed a range of beautifully shot images. And they said they'd have her back for another job. So maybe, Kate's got...
Well, if the royal gig doesn't work out for her, then she can get a job at Country Life.
A good one for the CV, which I loved. And did you see the behind-the-scenes photo that the magazine's Twitter page tweeted as well, which was really cute. Yeah, it was nice seeing. Obviously, we see Kate's work, but it's rarely seeing her kind of, she's kind of like, crouched down, wasn't she, in the pose. I'm sure Ian Vogler would be very proud of giving her, really getting into it. Obviously, she was dressed down for it. She's in jeans, trainers. You can't be taking pictures like that on grass in heels. So, yeah, and a nice blazer, which was lovely. And it's going to be a feature of a documentary as well, isn't it?
It is, and this is part of an ITV documentary, sort of, again, to celebrate Camilla's 75th birthday. And I think there's, a big landmark. We've been talking quite a lot on the podcast about how she's sort of really come into her own with some big issues, not only children's literacy. She created the Duchy of Cornwall's reading room, which has gone from strength to strength on Instagram. But also, I think one of the pillars of her work has been speaking about domestic violence, and that has not only been in the UK, it's also been in Canada. We saw her speaking. We saw her speaking recently with community groups in Rwanda as well. She's done it in Nigeria, so she's really sort of spreading a huge and wide and varied message, not only to help women who have suffered in the UK, which is obviously very close to home, it's her bread and butter, the things she's doing every week, but to have these community associations all throughout the world is something I think we are going to be seeing more. And she's also said that when she does become queen, this is something you can't just give up lightly. And I think that's really, really telling, that she feels as though there is a huge job to do in this sphere, and she doesn't want to give it up when she takes one of the top jobs, which is very interesting, because all people speak about Charles and what sort of king he will be, and whether he'll have to sort of give up doing speeches at COP or doing speeches at the UN or at the heads of Commonwealth government meetings and so on and so forth. I don't think he will be, and I think that that's something that they're very, very much aligned on, and will be using their platform even further. So you see that she was, when I was in Rwanda with Camilla just a couple of weeks ago, she did this huge speech in front of world leaders, lots of very eminent campaigners, both in Rwanda, throughout Africa, and this is something that that she obviously, I was about to say, feels comfortable. I still think she struggles internally with the public speaking aspect of it, but again, putting herself out there, talking about personal experiences is something that can't be underestimated.